What is up, guys? My name is Zay Ismail, and today I'll be showing you guys my predictions for the 2018 Stanley Cup playoffs with my bracket. So let's get started with the Western Conference first round. The Nashville Predators versus the Colorado Avalanche. This is probably a no-brainer. Many of you guys will think it's Nashville, and I agree with you guys. It is Nashville. If Colorado wants to win 2 games, then Gabriel Landeskog and Nathan McKinnon need to be stellar if they want to win at least 2 games. Moving on to the next matchup, we have the Winnipeg Jets and the Minnesota Wild. They are both tough teams, but Ryan Suter with an ankle injury is the reason why I think Winnipeg is going to win this series. Don't get me wrong, Minnesota is a great team. Moving on to the third matchup in the Western Conference, we have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Los Angeles Kings. Two very quick teams, both teams with stellar goaltending. Jonathan Quick, Marc-Andre Fleury, 5 cups combined. This is a tough one. I like William Karlsson. I like James Neal. I like the addition of Thomas Tatar. I just think Vegas is doing really good this year, and they're just going to outskate the Kings. Yeah. So, anyways, moving on to the final matchup of the first round in the Western Conference, we have the Anaheim Ducks and the San Jose Sharks. And boy, oh boy, this is probably the toughest one in the Western Conference first round. Anaheim Ducks, dynamic core, but they're aging a little bit, but they're still really good. But Cam Fowler's injury is probably going to be a huge factor in this series because San Jose was looking good despite Joe Thornton, which he probably will come back to this series. Joe Pavelski, Logan Couture, Brent Burns, Marty Jones. One of the most underrated defenders in the NHL, in my opinion, is Marc-Edouard Vlasic. He gets no recognition, but hey, that's how the game works. And Anaheim, Ryan Getzlaf, Corey Perry, Rickard Rakell, John Gibson in goal. I just think Cam Fowler's injury is going to be huge towards San Jose, and the addition of Evander Kane has been crazy, man. He's been lighting it up, sniping and everything, and I think Evander Kane is going to have a breakout in the postseason this year because he's hyped and he's hungry, man. First playoffs for him. So I'm going to go with San Jose in that one. Moving on to the Eastern Conference, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the New Jersey Devils. Like the Nashville and Colorado series, I just think Tampa Bay is going to run away with this one. Although I like Taylor Hall a lot, he's been really good this year. I just think Tampa Bay has too much depth, and they're going to outscape the Devils. Moving on to Boston and Toronto, this one is the hardest one in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. Austin Matthews, Nazem Kadri, and the boys are taking on Boston Bruins, Zdeno Chara, Brad Marchand, and Tuukka Rask. So, like I was mentioning before, if anything surprising is going to happen, it's going to be now in the playoffs. And I think Toronto is going to stun the Boston Bruins to take them out. Wow. Moving on to the third matchup in the Eastern Conference, we have the Washington Capitals, yes, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Alexander Ovechkin, he's just too good, man. I'm going to go with the Washington Capitals in this one. Although Columbus has been pretty good towards the final 10-game stretch of the regular season, I just think Washington's going to out-hustle them and bruise them up. So I think Washington in that one. Moving on to the last series in the Eastern Conference first round, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, I hate the Penguins, but they're really good, man. Phil Kessel, Evgeny Malkin, Sidney Crosby, Carl Hagelin. I can go all day. Philadelphia Flyers, on the other hand, Claude Giroux, Couturier. Excuse me. Man, this one, I like Philly a lot. They've been doing pretty good lately, but Pittsburgh's just too tough, man. Back-to-back cups. They know what they're doing. Plain and simple. All right, moving on to the second round in the Western Conference, we have the Nashville Predators and the Winnipeg Jets. This one is super, super tough in my opinion because they are both amazing teams. They're both super strong, have a lot of depth. Excuse me. it's going to come down to the wire in this one, but I think my gut feeling is telling me Nashville is going to win this one. Oh god, that was a hard one. Alrighty, Vegas Golden Knights and San Jose Sharks. You know, Vegas Golden Knights beat the Sharks twice. San Jose beat them once in overtime. But they've all been very, very close games. A lot of you guys are thinking Vegas. Like I said, surprise, surprise. I think my gut feeling is going towards San Jose. Take out Vegas Golden Knights in the second round. Moving on to the Eastern Conference second round, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Both very good teams. Patrick Marleau, Nazem Kadri, Austin Matthews, Steven Stamkos, Andrei Vasilevsky, and Nikita Kucherov. But I think Toronto's upset run ends here, and I'm taking the Tampa Bay Lightning. Moving on to the bottom portion of the bracket with the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Every year this matchup comes on, at least in the first or second round, and Sidney Crosby is always taking the advantage of Ovechkin. But this year I am taking the Washington Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin is going to take out Sidney Crosby this year. Done deal. Goodbye Crosby. Screw the Penguins. Here we go. Conference Finals, Western Conference. Nashville Predators and San Jose Sharks. They both played a couple years ago, I believe, in 2016 in the second round, and San Jose took it in 7, I believe. And that series was very tough, very hard to watch. Both teams neck to neck. But, you know, I just think, once again, Evander Kane is going to be the X factor of this series. Also, Brent Burns and Marty Jones are going to be X factors in this series. So, as much as you guys think Nashville, I'm leaning towards San Jose, man. San Jose has just been, I think they're going to go to the Cup. So, that's my opinion. Anyways, moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Washington Capitals. Wow, what a matchup that would be. Oh boy, two very stacked teams with a bunch of depth, great goaltending, and Andrei Vasilevsky and Braden Holtby. But Tampa Bay has just been too nice this year, man. They've been on fire, but Washington has also proved that they can be a contender, but they just never can get it done in the playoffs, man. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Lightning. And here we go. Stanley Cup Final, San Jose Sharks and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And wow, what a matchup that would be between two very, fast-skating teams. A lot of power, get it in the neutral zone, shots on net, great goaltending both ways. But there can only be one winner. And I think there's no more choking anymore in California, Silicon Valley. And I think the San Jose Sharks are taking the Stanley Cup in 2018. This is a long shot, but this is what I think. It's my gut feeling. I think Sharks have suffered through a lot of pain in the playoffs, upset fans, and I just think it's their year, man. They need to win, and I feel like they could with the addition of Evander Kane and their strong forechecking and good forwards. Enter goals scored in the Stanley Cup Final. They're going to be low to medium, like 4-3, maybe a 5-3. So my prediction for the number of goals scored, I'm going to go with 23 goals scored in the Cup Final. Hit next. Let's see how many games it will take. Nashville and Colorado, I want to say sweep, but I think Colorado will take one, so I'll take Nashville in 5. Winnipeg and Minnesota, I think Winnipeg will take it in 5 as well. Vegas and LA, oh boy, I think Vegas will take LA in 7. San Jose will take Anaheim in 6. Tampa Bay and New Jersey will, I want to say sweep, but I don't know, man. I'm going to go with a 5-game series for Tampa Bay. Boston, Toronto, 100% going to Game 7. I just have a feeling. Washington and Columbus, I'm going to take that to 6. And the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers, I'm going to take that to 6 as well. And there you have it. This is my bracket. Submitting my bracket, and I have the San Jose Sharks winning the Stanley Cup Final 2018. So, leave a comment what you guys think about my prediction, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, have a great day, and let's get to some hockey.